Everyone thought Myisha Hines-Allen simply signed with Indiana. But the truth is far bigger. She just revealed Caitlin Clark personally wanted her, and Stephanie White wasted no time making it happen.
Winning. Being able to play with Caitlin Clark, I think that was a huge eye-opening. Like, I had the opportunity to play with one of the greatest players that's ever going to play the game of basketball. So for me, once I also heard that, like, oh, she really wants me here too, I was like, oh, well, let's get it done then. There's no questions about it.
Myisha Hines-Allen shared some big news at Indiana Fever Media Day. She revealed that Caitlin Clark personally wanted her to join the Fever and even helped recruit her. After head coach Stephanie White learned that Clark wanted Myisha on the team, the front office worked hard to make the move happen. Myisha said that as soon as she found out Caitlin wanted her in Indiana, her decision was easy. She didn't have to think twice. Fever fans are thrilled because this shows how star players can help build a championship team. When one of the biggest stars in women's basketball tells the team, "I want this player," and the organization listens, it says a lot. It shows they trust Caitlin's opinion and believe she knows what the team needs to compete for a championship.
So yeah, that is very clear. She's like, you know what? Look, I got a chance to play with Caitlin Clark, and one of the big things is that, as well, is that she wanted me here too. And everyone's like, oh, I still never understood why everybody got so angry at the Myisha Hines-Allen situation. Like, she wasn't good for the Wings last year, but like, everything is in perspective. If she was a minimum contract player who fought her way into a starting spot for the Dallas Wings, then yeah, I feel like that would have been a legitimately good thing.
Let's talk about what happened at Indiana Fever Media Day, because Myisha Hines-Allen revealed something really interesting about the Fever's offseason. It wasn't just the front office making roster moves or coach Stephanie White choosing players. Caitlin Clark also played a big role in bringing Myisha to Indiana, and Myisha confirmed it herself. During the interview, Myisha said, "Winning and getting the chance to play with Caitlin Clark was a huge reason for me. I have the opportunity to play with one of the greatest players who will ever play the game. Then I heard that Caitlin really wanted me here too, and I said, let's get it done. No questions about it." That quote says a lot. Myisha made it clear that Caitlin personally wanted her on the team. She wasn't just happy with the signing. She wanted Myisha to join the Fever. As soon as Myisha found that out, her decision was easy. This is how many star players help build winning teams. They share their opinions about the type of teammates they want, and strong organizations value that input. The Fever clearly trusted Caitlin Clark's basketball knowledge and believed Myisha would be a great fit alongside her.
This is a really good fit for the Fever, and the fact that she's out basically saying, you know what, Caitlin Clark wanted me. Everyone's like, oh, interesting. People are losing their damn minds. I'm like, if she is a backup, you are getting a
Here's the part that's really interesting. Myisha said Indiana had already been an option for her during a previous free agency period. That suggests the Fever had been interested in her for a while. One possibility is that Myisha may have been a backup plan if Natasha Howard hadn't signed last year. The timing seems to match, and both players signed for similar salaries. If that's true, it would mean the Fever front office had already scouted Myisha, liked her game, and believed she could fit the team system. This offseason, though, things may have changed when Caitlin Clark reportedly made it clear that she wanted Myisha on the team. Instead of simply being a player the front office liked, Myisha became someone they made a priority to sign. That's the difference between a team keeping a player on its list and a star player strongly supporting that signing. When a franchise believes in its superstars' basketball instincts, that support can carry a lot of weight during roster decisions.
And by the way, prior to this, she stated that Indiana has been an option in the past for her free agency. So I actually believe that she was the backup option if Natasha Howard fell through last year. If Natasha Howard had fell through and they didn't sign Natasha Howard, I fully believe they she would have went and they would have signed her.
Once Stephanie White knew Caitlin Clark wanted Myisha Hines-Allen on the team, the Fever moved forward with the signing. Good coaches value input from their best players, especially when it comes to finding teammates who fit the system and team culture. So why would Caitlin want Myisha specifically? Some fans might wonder because Myisha had a difficult season with the Dallas Wings. Her numbers weren't as strong as expected, and some people questioned whether she could still make a big impact. But there's another way to look at it. Dallas had a tough season, and sometimes talented players struggle when the team around them isn't playing well. A player's situation can affect how they are viewed. If Caitlin believed Myisha could help the Fever, she may have been looking beyond last season's statistics. She likely saw a player who brings toughness, experience, physicality, and versatility, qualities that can make a big difference on a winning team. Myisha also adds size, strength, and a competitive edge. Those are important traits for a team built around a star guard like Caitlin Clark. Physical teammates can set strong screens, battle for rebounds, play tough defense, and help create space for their playmakers. Every championship contender needs players who are willing to do the hard, physical work that doesn't always show up in the box score.
You're looking at it, and it is this is a really big player, and there's a big reason why Caitlin Clark was pushing, because, by the way, they have a very similar big rotation. She is replacing Bree Turner. Natasha Howard is being replaced. Dantas is still Dantas. Natasha Howard is being replaced by Mo Billings. That's a like for like. Worst case scenario, it's even. And not only that, you've got...
Myisha Hines-Allen brings exactly the kind of toughness every championship team needs. She's big, physical, plays with confidence, and isn't afraid to battle with anyone. In a league where physical play is important, that's a valuable skill set. But her game isn't just about being tough. When she's used the right way, Myisha can be a very effective player. She sets solid screens, moves the ball well, and makes quick, smart passes. She's at her best when she's catching the ball, making fast decisions, and keeping the offense moving instead of trying to create everything off the dribble. That's a great fit for Indiana's style. Caitlin Clark will have the ball a lot, both in transition and in the half court. Around her, the Fever need players who can set screens, roll to the basket, pop out for a pass, and quickly make the next play. Those are all areas where Myisha can help. She can screen for Caitlin, receive the pass, and immediately find Aliyah Boston inside or kick the ball out to Kelsey Mitchell for an open three. That's the kind of team basketball that helps offenses run smoothly. Another reason this signing stands out is the value. Myisha joined the Fever on a relatively affordable contract. If she returns to the level she's shown earlier in her career, Indiana could be getting a very productive player without using a large part of its salary budget. That's one way strong teams build quality depth. Looking at the frontcourt, Myisha gives the Fever another experienced option. Many fans see her as an upgrade to the team's backup frontcourt depth, while Monique Billings fills another important role in the rotation. Together, they give Indiana more size, experience, and flexibility than before. There's also a chance Myisha competes for significant minutes, and possibly even a starting role alongside Aliyah Boston. That will depend on training camp and preseason performance. Healthy competition is always a good thing because it pushes everyone to play at their best and gives the coaching staff more lineup options throughout the season. That's the kind of depth every contender wants. That's what championship teams try to build. They don't rely on just one player at every position. They want depth. So if someone gets injured or has an off night, another player can step in and contribute. Now let's go back to Caitlin Clark, because that's really the biggest part of this story. Caitlin is entering her third WNBA season and has become one of the biggest stars in women's basketball. With that comes influence. Like many superstar athletes, it's not unusual for a franchise player to have input on roster moves or the types of teammates who fit the team's style. We've seen this across professional sports. Players such as LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry have all been reported to have input on roster decisions during different stages of their careers. Teams often value those opinions because elite players understand what works on the court and which teammates fit their style of play. Even after a difficult season in Dallas, it shows confidence in what Myisha can bring rather than focusing only on last year's numbers. Myisha also said, "Once I heard she really wanted me here too," which shows that knowing Caitlin wanted her in Indiana meant a lot. Exactly how that message reached Myisha hasn't been made public, so it's best not to assume. But it's clear that hearing she was wanted by the team made her decision much easier. Imagine what that means for a player coming off a challenging season. Confidence is a huge part of professional sports. Knowing that one of the league's biggest stars believes in your game can give you a fresh start and extra motivation. That kind of support can help a player perform at their best. It creates trust before the season even begins and helps build strong chemistry within the team. Those are the small things that can make a big difference over a long season. Myisha also spoke highly of Aaliyah Boston during Media Day. She said she was impressed by Aaliyah's growth and wants to help her continue developing. That's exactly the attitude teams want from experienced veterans. Instead of focusing only on their own role, they're looking for ways to make the entire team better. If that mindset carries onto the court, it could help create the kind of unselfish, team-first culture the Indiana Fever are trying to build. The Fever aren't trying to build a team where everyone is fighting for shots. They're trying to build a group where every player understands their role and works together to help the team win. Caitlin Clark creates opportunities for her teammates. Aaliyah Boston brings strength and consistency in the paint. Kelsey Mitchell provides scoring. Now Myisha Hines-Allen adds experience, physicality, and toughness to the front court. Myisha also admitted that this opportunity will be challenging, and that's important. She knows there will be pressure and high expectations. She knows fans will be watching closely, but instead of avoiding that challenge, she's excited to embrace it. That's the kind of mindset teams want from a veteran player. Every organization has a different approach to building a roster. Some focus mainly on talent or statistics, while others place a bigger emphasis on chemistry and finding players who fit together. If Myisha's comments are any indication, the Fever value team fit and are willing to listen to input from their franchise players when making decisions. As Caitlin Clark continues to grow as one of the league's biggest stars, it's possible her voice will carry even more weight inside the organization. That's common across professional sports. Teams often value the opinions of their top players when building a roster around them. Fans have had mixed reactions to the signing, which isn't surprising. Some believe Myisha is an excellent fit because of her toughness, experience, and versatility. Others remain cautious after her difficult season in Dallas and want to see how she performs in Indiana. Ultimately, the answer will come on the court. If Myisha returns to her best form, this could turn out to be one of the Fever's smartest off-season additions. If not, fans will continue to debate the move. One thing is clear from Media Day. Myisha said that learning Caitlin Clark wanted her in Indiana made a big difference in her decision to join the Fever. That shows how influential a franchise player can be when building a team and creating a winning culture. The Fever believe they have a strong core, and this signing is another step in shaping the roster around that foundation. Now it's up to the players to prove it once the season begins. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more WNBA news, analysis, and updates throughout the season.